Hello and welcome back to another morning shower aha moment. My name is Suzanne and I am your intuition coach. So people ask me all the time, what is the difference between the voice of intuition and the voice in the head, also known as the ego? Now, what I'm about to share with you is about creative and visionary intuition, not survival intuition. Because survival intuition kicks in when we're dealing with more primal or instinctual situations, such as, urgent life or death situations. You know what I mean? So while you are here is not to develop your survival intuition, but to develop your visionary and creative intuition. This is the intuitive wisdom, so you can make decisions that directly result in better relationships, better health, more innovative ideas at work, and basically live life more purposefully and prosperously. So the best way for me to share the difference between the voice of intuition and the voice of ego is through contrast. So the voice of intuition is very neutral, and if I could personify it, it would be a non-judgmental, unbiased character. It's not concerned with the outcome. It's not attached to anything, and it is not concerned with whether you act on it or not. Now, the voice of ego, however, it's attached to everything that is perceived as a threat to the status quo of your life, and is very much concerned with the outcome. It is very concerned as to whether you act or not. For example, think of your pure voice of intuition as a little blue songbird that comes to your bedroom window and whispers something really profound and then flies away. This bird says what it needs to say and then flies away. So it might come back tomorrow and whisper the same thing, but it will never change its tune or its message. So it might even never come back. So depending on what the message is, it may just fly off forever. Now contrast that bird and think of another bird that comes to your window. This is the voice of ego. Now imagine that this bird is a peacock with vibrantly colored feathers, and it parades around your room to get your attention. And say you don't pay attention to it. It might turn into a clown or other character to get your attention. So this bird will shapeshift into whatever you are comfortable responding to. It might even shapeshift into the voice of reason that gives you every reason why you should not listen to the songbird in the first place. And this is when the ego gets really tricky, because when you get an intuitive hit from an egoic perspective, you will act from your comfort levels. And this is when pure intuition gets tainted. So I have had this experience more times than I would have liked, where, I'll be acting on an intuitive hunch, but that intuitive hunch will get tainted by my expectations of the outcomes. And then, I'll try to control or direct the outcome by making decisions based on my comfort level. So intuition always starts out pure. But then we contaminate the information with our own wants, our own needs, beliefs, and depending on what mindset we are operating from at the time of the intuitive insight, we will generally taint the information even more. So my question to you is, what kind of bird do you trust to give you an intuitive hit? Do you tend to trust the unassuming little songbird that whispers your message? Or are you more intrigued by the peacock who dances around your room and changes its feathers into whatever you want? Now, trust is a big word here. I mean, who do you trust, right? It's up to you. So sometimes I trust the peacock, and let me tell you, the peacock takes me for adventurous rides with lots and lots of life lessons. And it's not to say the initial intuitive hit wasn't real. It's just that I tainted the pureness with my own expectations. And also, it's not to say that you can't go take a ride with a peacock and the sweet little pure bird of intuition won't hop along and be on the ride as well to help guide you through the adventures. So, that sweet little songbird, it's there to kind of guide you, but the ego kind of takes over. So the peacock isn't bad. It leads us astray from the initial pureness of an intuition. And it's up to you to discern what is the voice of your true intuition and what is the voice of your ego. So if you find that you are confused about whether you are sensing the voice of intuition or the voice of ego, I would love to offer you 2 simple steps to get clarity on which voice is which. So step 1, it's kind of a 2-parter. First, try to capture the idea of what the intuition you received is in 1 sentence. And also set an intention that when you do step number 2, you will be receiving more clarity in step 2. Okay, now for step 2, while holding the intention that what you are about to do is going to give you more clarity on the intuition, go and do something you love. Go do something you love, whether it is hiking, surfing, meditating, playing with your kids, whatever. Go do something that makes your heart sing. And while you are doing that activity, focus on the activity. Focusing on the activity will clear your mind of clutter and put you in a positive mindset, so even deeper intuitive clarity will come through for you. So also, because in step 1 you set the intention to gain more clarity from your highest good, you will get more clear. Either your activity will be consumed by compulsive thoughts of how all of the particulars of your intuitive hit will come to fruition, and the peacock will dance around you and you'll be consumed by all the pros and cons. But know that this is your ego. This is your ego. When you start making lists, your ego kicks in. Your ego will do everything it can do to keep you in a state of status quo or inflate your expectations of something grandiose. So the other thing that will happen, which is more ideal, is when you do the activity, there will just be a calm knowing that whatever you intuited will be as it will be, and you will feel moved later to take action on it. So at this point, you will know that this is probably your true north, your true intuitive voice. Now remember, intuition is neutral and it will repeat the message without changing the message. And the ego will polarize your thoughts and change the message to fit your needs and desires. So it's really up to you which voice you want to trust. So I hope this helped you, and if you have any questions on how to get a better understanding of how to connect deeper with your intuition to make big decisions in your life concerning your relationships or health, or you want to get on purpose, then I'm your person. And also, please comment in the comment section with your insights, because your insights just might help someone else. And really, that's what this is all about, helping ourselves by helping others. So I'll see you next time, and see you next time. Bye-bye.